Nicola recently shared a podcast which reminded me just how much volunteering is ingrained in our society. Volunteers are our lifeblood and our future. I met Rescare 30 years ago through Camp Hill, where inspiring co-workers, house parents, were legally recognized as volunteers by the Inland Revenue. They lived on expenses, as do Methodist ministers, with no private homes for their old age. The root of the word volunteer is Latin for willing, willingness to share, to give without pay. Sadly, hardened bureaucrats struggled to honor that when they collaborated in the destruction of a world-famous volunteer model in all 9 of the Camp Hill Village Trust communities. We are proud of Rescare's pivotal role in protecting those volunteers. So today, let's stop and pause to reflect on Rescare's many other contributions. A therapist teacher used to say to me when I was struggling, "Anita, you need to stop climbing up the pyramid and pause to look down and see just how many steps you've already climbed." Too often, our perfectionism and our worries about the future can blind us to what we have already achieved and to see hidden future possibilities. Let me begin by thanking our volunteer trustees. Gratitude is the attitude. It's impossible to put into words what we all owe to the many trustees, past and present, who have pulled Rescare through thick and thin. When I asked Katie Booth if she would consider becoming a trustee, honestly, she blew me over when she agreed on the spot. From that time till now, she has brought decades of professionalism and personally recruited a stellar cast of our present trustees. Katie has taken on the role of unpaid office manager, sometimes at the cost to her own health. If we had paid her at her former salary, we would be out of pocket. So we are now about to advertise for a paid office manager. Being a trustee means being on the job and ready to rise to big emergencies, as well as the quotidian nature of everyday tasks. Helen Wilmot donates her limited free time, so we are not paying someone to send out documents for our trustee meetings. It was her sharp interviewing skills and intuition which brought our most brilliant of new employees, Nicola Zielinski, into our midst. I stand in awe of Helen and Katie's impressive credit union backgrounds. I'd like to thank Julie Abbott, who takes time out from her full-time job to help with public relations. Jim Howell, I thank you for your financial expertise and quiet confidence in giving us the most up-to-date briefings. Finally, a huge thank you to our newest trustee, Mike Schwarman, who has meticulously studied fundraising successes, fine-tuned our elevator pitch and branding, whilst bringing our board his many years of business experience. I hate to think where we would be without our wonderful trustees and hope that others will consider joining our board. What about our helpline volunteers? While our helpline is headed up by our highly experienced employee, James Reed, we have seen increasing levels of calls, inquiries, and pleas for help from family members. We thank all of the volunteers who take calls on a rota basis, week on week, enabling us to now offer our helpline from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The greatest thing is that you can get through to a real person with no need to dial 1 or 2 options before speaking with someone who will help. Finally, to our third group, our office and befriending volunteers, whom both James and Nicola manage. Most recently, trustee Julie from Pure Innovations referred a volunteer who then succeeded in becoming a paid employee elsewhere. Had he not gained useful Rescare work experience, that might not have happened. Our befriending project has recently celebrated its first anniversary. Still in our early years, we cannot express how much it means to us to have on board such a diverse team of volunteers who conduct telephone befriending with our family members across the UK. We value your time and commitment and hope to see our befriending service continue to expand throughout 2022 and beyond. It is so heartwarming to be part of 40 years plus of volunteering. May each of us continue to strengthen our will forces to offer many years more to our very wide community of the learning disabled. Thank you, everyone, for making today such a special occasion, including those who cannot be with us. Please know that we are so very grateful for everything you all do to keep the Rescare mission alive.